Good evening. I'm so happy to see you out this beautiful day that we've had today. It's so nice to have warm weather again. We are glad to have you here at our concert tonight. This is our yearly tradition of a pre-concert assessment concert. The kids will actually be competing in concert assessment next Friday night at 8:30 p.m. and we invite you back to this same auditorium to hear them compete then. This is kind of their preparation. Let's see what happens when we get a little bit nervous. And it's also your opportunity to hear them the first time and to see how much they improve in just 2 short weeks. We're going to start today with a warhorse of band literature. This is probably one of the top 50 pieces for band, maybe even in the top 25. It's entitled Second Suite in F by Holst. He wrote 2 suites. The first suite in F in 1909, and then this is the second suite that you're going to hear today in 4 movements. He wrote that in 1911. Both of these pieces did not see the light of day for many, many years after they were actually composed. This was premiered in 1922 for the first time. It's a little bit lesser known than its big brother, the first suite. It's a little bit more difficult than the first suite. We wanted to take a second here to kind of explain what the piece is, since it is quite a bit of music for you to listen to. It's a piece that's based on folk music. There are 7 different folk songs or dances that appear during this piece. Holst was known for collecting folk tunes, going around the countryside and collecting folk tunes. There were many composers that did this during this time. So these are all real folk tunes. They were not composed by him, but he's chosen to reinvent them in this work. So we're going to allow you to hear all of these, just a little snippet of each one from each movement, and then we're going to play the whole piece for you today. This is Second Suite in F by Holst. The Morris Dance. Okay, so I'm just going to, if you want to keep the microphone on, I'll just take it up here with me. Okay. All right, the second tune is Swansea Town. We'll let you hear a little bit of that now. Okay, next, Claudie Banks, and you'll hear it played by our saxophone soloist, Aaron Smiley. When the piece is actually played, it'll be both he and Tyler Flynn on tenor sax. Oh, is that the wrong one? I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. I jumped ahead. This is just the clarinets and the saxophones. Okay, those are the 3 tunes that you hear in the first movement. They'll all kind of be in different sections. There's 3 distinct sections. All right, the second movement, you get to hear clarinet solo played by Jenny Bowen, and this is based on a folk tune called I'll Love My Love, and it's basically the sob story of a girl whose love is sent off to the sea by her parents and his parents because they don't want them to get married. It's in distinct contrast to the first movement, which is very lively. It's a march. The second movement is a love song. The third movement is entitled Song of the Blacksmith, and it's supposed to invoke the feelings of being in a blacksmith's workshop, so much so that it even has an anvil. Paul, you want to hit the anvil for us? Paul Davis plays the anvil. It's actually a part of a tire, but it works for us. And it's very loud. So you'll actually hear the blacksmith working during the song as we get toward the end. Here is the main phrase played by the French horns from Song of the Blacksmith. Okay, and finally, the fourth movement has two different themes in it. The first one is an English country dance, and this is the opening that you'll hear played in just a few minutes by Aaron and Tyler. For right now, we're just going to have Aaron play it for you. Okay, and the final tune is Greensleeves, which is probably the most recognizable out of the 7 tunes. It's the last one, and it'll be overlapped on top of that you hear right now. And it's a musical thing that I tease the kids. It's called hemiola. And they're all like, ooh, that sounds like a disease. Like, no, it's not. It's actually where we have two completely independent ideas overlapped on top of one another, and one is in one time signature and one is in another. So it makes you feel just a little bit uncomfortable while it's going on. Don't worry, we're not going to crash and burn. So we'll let you hear that final theme as played by our euphonium soloist, Brandon Johnston. And without further ado, all 4 movements of Second Suite in F by Gustav Holst.